Now, this could be the fight that steals the night. On the undercard, Khalil against Jesse Hart. The young, hungry lion ready to take on the old dog in Jesse Hart. Khalil, we know who he's about. We know what he's about. Technically sound, fundamentals, footwork, defensively, he's got the whole package. But again, there is one blip on his record where Jesse Hart can expose that again. But is he too old? Can he bring back the old years? But with Khalil, you've got to break down both his fights against Khalil. You see here, short, snappy right hand caught on the counter. As comfortable as he gets offensively, defensively he gets caught. Like here, same thing, uppercut, chin high, push him on the back foot, but what does he do? Leave his chin exposed, and Khalil in the first fight against him, he saw that from a mile away. But Khalil, he is very defensively sound, but he just stands there like a lemon. He'll stand there, head movement wise, isn't really greatest, but parrying and blocking punches with his guard in his hands, he's solid at. But when it comes to basic head movements, it's not something that he's got in his arsenal. Where with Khalil, he knew head body was the key. But when Khalil gets hurt, what does he do? He swings for the heels. He comes back, he turns you, and lands punches of his own. So he's tough as old boots. But he's very easy to tee up on, because, as I stated, defensively, there are a few flaws that can be exposed. And Kalagos, I should say, in his first fight, exposed that with ease. But when he pushed him on the back foot, he got very comfortable, and when he landed them shots that he needed, Khalil just didn't really have an answer for it. But he gets too complacent on the ropes, very, very complacent, where you can't let top fighters like Jesse Hart tee up on you, even at his old age. But so one thing to say about defensively very good, even when he's hurt like here, he's very defensive minded. On the back foot, check hook from a southpaw stance, pivot around. So there is some sort of fundamentals when it comes to his footworks, but when he gets pushed back easily here, is he Kalagos, need to stop calling him that, just firing away with ease. He just gets pushed back very easy. He doesn't think, I'll pivot around, where this fight, he uses head movement. The jab is what he won the second fight on. Pure jabbing, head body, jabbing, making him miss. That is how Khalil won the second fight. And this is how I believe this is the key for Jesse Hart, by breaking his heart, no pun intended. Again, you need to use your jab to find openings. You need it to mix it with combos. Because you'll just see here, from his face there, Kalagos, that is all pure from the jab, just down the pipe, and all the other punches that follows. Because the jab, as Anthony Joshua says, the right hand will take you around the block, but the jab takes you around the world. And that's what Khalil found out that night in the rematch. But Jesse Hart, again, very good at pop shotting like here. Uses his reach, keeps him at bay. Although he missed that uppercut, he knew what he was doing by utilising that reach. And same here with Joe Smith. He used it very well, keep him at reach. Sneaky one, because obviously the larger uppercut he threw missed with ease. But double check hooks, again, unorthodox. That is something that could trick Khalil, because if you're going to be very fundamental and very 101, 1-2-1-2 basics, he'll see that from a mile away, because Khalil he's a very seasoned amateur as well. So again, he needs to be unorthodox, create them weird angles that Khalil can't see, and that'll be a much easier night, especially with the awkwardness that Jesse Hart possesses. Just like here, making Smith pay, trying to use that jab, but he's too crafty, slipping every shot. That is what Khalil should have been doing in both fights against Kalagos, and not just one. But again, when he leans forward, he leaves his chin exposed, but he has that right hand around the chin, and again, he's creating awkward angles, so it's hard for him to land, while he's also being defensively, fundamentally sound. But staying on the back foot is never a good thing. There's one thing stepping on the back foot, a bit like what Roy Jones Jr. did back in the day, where, he'll just make fighters miss. But there's a difference between that and being complacent. It's just a weird thing that he does. It's just a bit of a habit where he keeps them at bay, but he just doesn't throw back. He does on the odd occasion, but it's nothing really substantial where it causes his opponent a bit of an effect. Where with Gilberto Ramirez, he did it well, but he did it in spells. You need to do it for 12 rounds straight or until you get the job done. Where he landed a good right hand there, pivots out, but again, he's given up his ground. As you see Ramirez in his southpaw stance, coming forward, closing the range, lands that body shot, but then that right hand down the pipe created that opening for that left hook, and then he ended up dropping him. So as good as he can be defensively, he can leave his chin exposed, a bit like Khalil Ko. But one thing I'll say is he throws to the body like he means it. He throws to the head like he means it. Most of his punches when he's on the front foot are always with full loaded power, full force, where when he pops shots from the back foot, seems like a bit like a light scuffing shot. But when he's on the front foot, he fully loads up, whether it's a jab, full power jab. He does what he needs to do. He tries to put a dent in his opponent. And again, defensively sound, making Ramirez miss that body shot and come around with the right. But these three things is what he should do to win. Again, as I said, utilize that defensive mindset without complacency. Go on the back foot if you need to, but again, keep him at bay and land them pop shots. Don't miss them. Mix it in the middle after, then reset. Don't stand there, admire your work, and old man him in every aspect. Because Khalil Ko, he's a clean cut fighter, but if you old man him, play, even if you will need to rough him up, play him dirty a bit. As long as you don't get points taken away, do what you need to do to win. Where with Khalil Ko, the jab non-stop, repeatedly is the key. Find them openings with your jab. Even if you just throw double jabs and then you find an opening, go head body, or you see a hook or uppercut that's free because they're chin exposed, do what you need to do. Stamp your authority and push him back, make him complacent, and slip them pop shots and counter him all night long. Because again, if you counter them pop shots, he's not going to have an answer, because that's like his last resort, where when he keeps you at bay, that's what his best move is to do to avoid punishment. Where if you're going to slip and counter it and then land shots with your own, it's going to be a hard night for Jesse Hart. Now, the pair of them are solid fighters. Jesse Hart, of course, he's an old veteran of the game. Khalil Ko, he's a young, hungry competitor, up and coming. He obviously has that only one loss against Calagos, which he ended up avenging. But the difference in this fight is age. Now, Jesse Hart, he's been around the block, but he's taken too much punishment for my liking. And he's had too many battles and wars for my liking, where he's having these CFL or TFL fights, whatever they're called, that combat sports league where you do 1 round fights. And I do believe doing silly fights like that will take a lot out of you. And Khalil Ko, who's keeping the traditional route, and of course because he's young and hungry, he doesn't need to go for a money grab. And he does it for the love of the game, because he wants to go to the top of the heights of the game. And he will. But this is a big stepping stone, which I believe he'll fly with flying colours. And I do believe Jesse Hart, his chin and punch resistance isn't as it was once upon a time, and I do believe he's taken too many beatings for my liking. So that is why Khalil Ko, he'll utilise that jab, he'll find them openings, and he will get him out of there before the end of the bell. So that is what I'm going to be backing. Khalil Ko, stoppage, inside the distance. And that is my prediction. Hope you enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, and as always, this ain't financial advice. This is going to be what I'm going to be betting and what I'm backing based off my research. Have a great day, boys.